when challenges occur, we try hard to move away from them, to find a better place, a better situation, or a better occasion. And that's exactly what we have to do because we're constantly seeking comfort. As soon as something goes wrong, our mind receives the signal to look for alternatives to avoid it. And that's what it is. But what if I tell you that most of our greatest improvements and achievements are the results of adversities? Maybe from a loss, a lack, a breakup, a failure, a humiliation, you name it. When you have a disease that is eroding your life and you're told that you won't survive too long, when the person you care dearly for passed away and you're left alone, when you spend hours of training, you're prepared but you still lose the game, when no matter what you do seems to be worthless and you're misunderstood by everyone, your partner that you trusted so bad eventually lets you down, when you're falsely accused of something you're not even aware of and tends to ruin your whole reputation. You spend decades building your fortunes and lose them all in one single day. When you are forced to leave your domicile due to political chaos or natural disaster and don't even know where you land, what you gonna do? Are you going to quit everything? Stop believing you can make it no matter what? Will you stop pushing to make it happen? Or will you be willing to start it all over and dig even deeper? Will you embrace that moment to grow, or will you let it tear you apart? Learning how to embrace adversity has never been an option for most people. So do you want to be mature, prepared, and well-equipped in life? Then adversity matters. You will know who you truly are through hardship, since adversity is where we are forced to confront our weaknesses and limitations. We are forced to dig deeper within ourselves and find the strength and courage to persevere. And it is in this struggle that we often find our greatest achievements and our greatest potential. When we face adversity, we're forced to tap into our inner reserves of strength and resilience. We learn to adapt to new situations and find creative solutions to problems. We learn to appreciate the small things in life and to value the relationships that matter most. We learn to be more empathetic and understanding toward others who are going through similar challenges. Adversity also has the power to bring people together. When we face a common enemy, whether it's a natural disaster, a pandemic, or an oppressive government, we're more likely to come together and support one another. We see this time and time again in history, from the civil rights movement in the United States to the Arab Spring in the Middle East. Of course, I'm not suggesting that we should seek out adversity or that it's always a positive experience. There are many instances where adversity can lead to trauma, depression, or even physical harm. But what I'm saying is that when we do face adversity, we have a choice. We can either let it defeat us, or we can use it as an opportunity to grow and thrive. Jane Christian Marszewski, aka Nightbird, was an American singer-songwriter who at the final stage of her life unfortunately dealt with cancer. While performing at American Got Talent, in a short interview, one of the judges asked her, "What are you going to sing to us tonight?" And Jane responded, "I'm going to sing an original song. It's okay." And the judge asked her, "What is it about?" And Jane responded, "It's about the last year of my life." So she was told she had 2% chance of survival since she had cancer in her spine, lung, and liver. So at the end of the performance, she said, "You can't wait until life isn't hard anymore before you decide to be happy." What a courageous attitude. 1 year later, she died indeed. J.K. Rowling, before she became a household name for her Harry Potter books, she was a struggling single mother living on welfare. She faced rejection after rejection from publishers who didn't believe in her work. But instead of giving up, she continued to write and eventually found a publisher who saw the potential in her writing. Today, she's one of the most successful authors of all time, with over 500 million books sold around the world. Or consider the story of Nelson Mandela. He spent 27 years in prison for fighting against apartheid in South Africa. During that time, he was subjected to grueling physical and emotional abuse. But instead of succumbing to despair, he used that time to educate himself and become a leader for his people. When he was finally released, he went on to become the first black president of South Africa and a champion for human rights around the world. These stories are just a few examples of how adversity can be a catalyst for greatness. But you don't have to be a famous author or a world leader to experience the power of adversity. We all face challenges in our lives, whether it's the loss of a loved one, a health crisis, a job loss. And while these challenges can be incredibly difficult to overcome, they can also be the source of tremendous growth and learning. I encourage you to embrace the power of adversity in your own life. When you face challenges, don't be afraid to ask for help and support from others. Take the time to reflect on what you've learned from the experience and how it can help you become a better person. And most importantly, never give up. Remember that even in the darkest moments, there is always a glimmer of hope and a chance for a brighter tomorrow. Then the power of adversity is a force to be reckoned with. It can break us down or it can lift us up. It can tear us apart or it can bring us together. But ultimately, the choice is ours. So let us embrace the challenges that come our way and use them to become stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. If you're going through a tough time right now, know that you're not alone. There are people and resources available to help you, and you have the strength within you to overcome whatever challenges you're facing.